was. Oh my god. I'm feeling sick to my stomach. Oh. This was bad. Okay. Not only is tonight New Year's Eve, but tomorrow you leave on a 6-month trip abroad with friends. Mom, Dad and your sister Jennifer have decided to throw a party to celebrate it all. The house is full. You're in the living room, and as usual, you don't recognize a soul. Look around. The room is full of chatty strangers, mostly friends of Mom and Dad. There is a door to the hall. Go to hall. You push through the crowd into the hallway. The hallway is as welcoming as ever, only this time the folks have to put a great big banner up across the main hall. Half-finished drinks are dumped on almost every horizontal surface. Stairs lead up, although the party is firmly downstairs. Go upstairs. As much as you love to do, you promised you'd stay downstairs with the party. Okay. Go to kitchen. They say all the best parties are in the kitchen. The kitchen is full of people and loud. There are drinks and food on the table and the party is in full swing. Dad has cooked a hog roast, which sits proudly on the table, although no one is eating it. Look at table. Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at. Okay. Look at hog roast. It looks great. Okay. Try hog roast. Okay. Look around. There is a utility room and writing on the wall. Also, Jen is there signaling you. Okay. Look at wall. Read writing. Happy New Year 1986 on another banner. Weird place to hang it. Go to your sister. You push through, apologizing over and over to get to Jennifer. You hug, you're going to miss each other. You thank her for the party. She asks you if you're enjoying the party. Yes. You tell her it's great, even though you don't really know anyone. She tells you to enjoy it anyway and to loosen up. She asks you to get her drink. Okay. Get her a drink. You pour Jen a drink and one of yourself too. There's never an awkward silence with Jennifer. She always has a question. She asks if you have everything sorted for the big trip. Yes, I have. You tell her yes, that you have packed everything with plenty of room for more. Another hug. Your family have really gone out their way to make this trip happen for you. It might be what you need to get some perspective and maybe not fuck up so much. She's going to miss you. You are going to miss her. She walks away. Jen has disappeared into the crowd. You're left standing, nodding and smiling at the approving faces. There's so much to do for this move. Can't mess it up. But first, a drink. No, don't drink. You pour down another drink, anything to move the night along. Go to utility room. You open the door and peer in. You've never allowed in here normally. This is where Dad keeps the fine wines and whiskies. Ceiling to floor racks, a collector, although he does actually drink them too. There is a bottle with a ribbon around it and a card. Read card. You pick up the whiskey and the card. It's your dad's handwriting. Son, we are so proud of you and everything you've achieved. You earned this. It's a bottle of 25-year-old double malt. You shouldn't really, but you have to try it. With your whiskey in hand, you take in the room around about you. There must be hundreds and thousands of pounds worth of drink in here. We really must thank your dad for the whiskey. Go to your dad. Go back. Go to kitchen. You head back into the kitchen, clutching your new best friend. You stumble out of the utility room and back into the kitchen. That is one strong whiskey. You take another swing and give the thumbs ups to Dad across the room. He nods and winks. Look around. Busy and noisy. We'll need to find somewhere quieter. Go to hallway. You go back out to the hallway. A few bumps and laughs on the way through, and you make it to the hall. You stop dead in your tracks. It's Jen, covered in blood. What? Look at Jen. She's staring straight at you. No one else notices. Go to Jen. Blood is dripping down her face. It's mixing with tears. Talk to Jen. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Look at Jen. Hey, Jen. No. That was the face we seen in the...
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
We tried our best, Mrs. Asian, but her injuries were too severe.
No, I don't understand. I was just talking to her.
I'm afraid Jennifer passed away before we could get to her in surgery. We did the best we could. I am so sorry.
Where is she? Let me see her.
Please, Mrs. Asian, take a seat.
I don't want to take a seat. Let me talk to her. Now.
I'll arrange for you to see her. In the meantime, James is in recovery. He's stable for now.
I don't want to see him.
Great. You're standing in the hallway. Something had stopped you in your tracks. While searching your mind, your sister interrupts. She waves her hand in front of you and asks if you can drive her home. You still feel out of sorts. Those words echoes. Talk to Jen. Yeah, we can talk in the car. Go get your keys. Look for keys. You need to look for them. They must be either in the kitchen or in the living room. He's drunk! He can't drive her. Go to kitchen. Maybe your keys are in the kitchen. The kitchen is busy, way too many people crammed in here, but I guess this is where the food and drinks are at. The guests are liking a set of vultures picking at the roast in the kitchen counter. Your dad is locking up the utility room. Look for keys. You need to look for them. Yeah! Okay. Look around. It's difficult to move around in here between all the people on the kitchen table. Okay. Look at table. The table is a mess. Party food mixed, unclaimed drinks, used napkins, no keys though. Look at counter. Okay. Go to living room. Head back to the hallway. Great. You're standing back in the hallway, bottle of whiskey in hand, but no car keys. Jen points to the living room and sighs as she puts on her coat. Go to living room. You're sure your keys are in the living room. The living room has a much more relaxed atmosphere compared to the kitchen. Various guests are sat on the chairs having civilized conversations. There's a coffee table in the middle of the room. Your mom is pouring a drink at the drinks cabinet. Look at coffee table. Drinks on the counters like proper civilized people. You can't see your keys. Go to mom. Talk to mom. Tears immediately start to appear in her eyes. My son, off to America. She gives you a hug. Where are my keys? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Ask for keys? Okay. Look at cabinet. Your mom's collection of wines and spirits. Definitely no keys here. A coffee and drinks cabinet. One of the chairs is overflowing with jackets and coats. Look at coats. You search through all the jackets and coats until you find yours. Aha! Car keys in the pocket. You grab both. Go back. Keys in hand, you head back into the... Oh my god, I know what's happening next. Jen thanks you for helping her out. She has work in the morning. No one else is in any fit state to drive. We neither! You can handle it, so you know the road like the back of your hand, don't you? No! Yeah. Standard sentence. Sorry, I don't understand. Talk to Jen. She thanks you for taking her home, even if it has taken you ages to find your keys. Go outside. You open the front door and walk out into the freezing night. The cold air hits you. You are glad you have your jacket with you. There is a dusting of snow around you as you step down from the porch. The yard extends around the back of the house and the car sits at the front of the house. Talk to Jen. She needs to get home, but she also wanted a final bit of brother and sister time before you leave. Give Jen keys. You fumble with the car handle, confused, until Jen tells you to maybe use the key in your hands. Unlock car. Fumbling with the car keys, you eventually get the door open and climb inside. The car is freezing. As you fumble around with your seatbelt, your sister opens up the car glove box and hands you a note and a key that was inside. She tells you that it's for when you return. Look at note. Note is from your dad and reads, Hi son, hope you enjoy your break. You'll need to fire up the generator around back to get power and lights on. Also, found something in the attic for you. It's in your room. Enjoy. Look at keys. 2 keys, one for the car and one for the front door. Handy for later maybe. Put in car keys. It takes a number of attempts, but you eventually slip the key into your ignition. I mean, let's make a break here. If I would be the sister and I would see my brother first drinking and B fumbling around like this, I would take these damn keys and drive myself or call a taxi. This is common sense. Don't drink and drive. First rule, above all. If I would ever see my brother in this state, I would take the keys out of his hands immediately. I would tell him to stay back, sit down on the passenger seat, and shut the fuck up. We have enough evidence to know what happens next. This is so dumb. You turn the keys in the ignition and the car roars to life. Drive. Out. Drive. The car squeals, but stays stationary. Jen suggests releasing the brake, giving you a wide-eyed stare. Release. Brake. Pull brake. Look around. The usual steering wheel, handbrake, ignition. Use handbrake. You very hesitantly release the handbrake. Yes, very hesitantly. Right. Drive. You put the car in gear and pull out the driveway, like a first-time driver. I'm driving, very drunk, on the road towards the town where your sister stays. Jen starts dozing off as soon as the journey got going. This shouldn't take long. We come to a junction. Is it left or right? You can't remember. Stop. You didn't stop the car, didn't you? You should have. Drive left. You don't want to, but you had better ask Jen for directions. Wake up, Jen. Wake Jen. Ask Jen. She grunts and throws her arm to the left. It's left, of course. It's left. You turn the car left at the junction, and instead of confident that you are on the right road, now you loosen up and put your foot down on the accelerator. You feel powerful as the engine roars at your command. Jen sits up on her chair and clutches your arm. She asks you to slow down. Slow down. That's not what really happened, though, isn't it?
You're all over the place, James. Pull over.
Jen is hitting your arm and yelling at you. Crazy sister. Strange. There's a set of headlights coming directly at you, but really slow, like slow motion. You try to react, but your body isn't responding. There's nothing you can do to stop this. There's no way to control it. The lights merge
James,
with your
for
cars.
fuck's sake, pull over!
The outside joins the inside.
James!
The world around you begins to scream.
It was at this very moment, wasn't it, James? The moment you lost it all. Your sister, your parents, yourself. And then you made it worse.
Yeah.
Go on. Show us what you did.
You wake up in the car. Your world is upside down. Your seatbelt struggles against gravity, trying to hold you in your seat. An impact into another car has torn a hole into the causes. Poisonous fumes spill into the car from the engines. You are in the grave danger. You have to get out of here. Loose seatbelt. The car is broken beyond repair. The windows are smashed and there is wreckage all around. You are both wearing your seatbelts. Loose. Open seatbelt. You release yours from the seat. Gravity takes over as you slump into the roof of the car. Use Jen's seatbelt. You have already taken off your seatbelt. You saved your life. It saved your life, okay. Get out. You squeeze through the wreckage and fall to your knees on the ground next to your vehicle. Every breath brings pain to your chest. Your head is throbbing. The blue car has smashed into your passenger side of the car. Your life cannot be ruined by this. You are standing holding your whiskey and your dad's note, and flashing lights are approaching at the distance. Rip card. Tier card. Look at whiskey. Your whiskey. The police cannot find you with this. right. Go to blue car. The door is jammed. You don't have time for messing around like this, James. Brake, window. Okay. It's changing. Why is it changing? Okay, look inside blue car. The hazard lights are blinking and fumes are rising from the engine. Through the smashed windows you can see a motionless driver. Okay, let's try it with a sentence. With the lights approaching closer, you begin to hear the thrill of their sirens. You simply cannot go to jail for this. You clean the bottle to remove your connections with the whiskey. You then, very deliberately, spill the reminders of the bottle's content onto the driver, and you toss the incriminating evidence into the passenger seat. A circle of flashing lights around you, illuminating the crash site in the darkness. Behind them, an army of people are straying. One figure steps out, a silhouette, and walks towards you. Okay. Go to silhouette. As you approach, the man, that pulsating lights around you get dimmer and dimmer while the pain in your head increases.
I know you're tearing yourself apart over it, but no matter what you keep telling yourself, you have to listen to me. That accident, that poor man, me. You have to remember. It was all your fault.
So this thing is jammed?
You did. How you left me there to protect yourself. Planting evidence on some poor man. You went headfirst into that officer and you wrecked all of our lives. And then you couldn't even take responsibility. You did the right thing for you and no one else. Save yourself. Only it was wrong, wasn't it? Look at you now. Utterly consumed by it. Say it, James. Say it. Tell them.
I can't? Oh, okay. Now I can walk.
Listen to yourself.
She's following me. Ugh, creepy.
It has to end, James.
Yeah, but how?
Do you not understand? This episode you're having must come to an end. Make it stop, make it stop. Do you remember?
Well, I think we've made progress today, Mr. Haitian. I guess we
we?
should tell the police what you've told us. Although I don't suspect it'll take you anywhere. I think you'll be with us for quite some time. Come on, let's get you back to your shows. I'll see you tomorrow.
didn't remember the finish. Admission, achievement. So he was driving drunk. It was not alone his fault. I mean, she told him to drive. She didn't notice his state, I guess. But I think dumb enough. He was too drunk to rationally decide. And then, well, everything that happens after the accident, like what he did with the whiskey, that was a tough one. Wow. I feel sorry for him somehow. I mean, he lost everything and it sounded like he wasn't that, well, how should I say, successful in his life until then. So it was a total wreckage afterwards. This wasn't quite a horror game, more than a psycho thriller, I guess. Stories told. Central Avid Session 124, James Asian. Yeah guys, this was Stories Untold. I hoped you like it. I did. It was great to play it, even if I freaked out sometimes. And I hope I will see more from this bunch. So, see you another time. Thanks for watching. And I have to think over this. See ya. Bye bye.